Good morning, students. Today we'll discuss the topic called software project management activities. The software project management consists of many activities it includes planning of the project, deciding the scope of the product, estimation of cost in different terms, and the scheduling of tasks, etc. All these activities are included in software project management, right? Right, which consists of that includes the project planning. Every project should have some project plan, and we have deciding the scope of the product and estimation of the cost. We have to estimate how much cost that is required for completing this particular project, and scheduling of task. We have to prepare a schedule based on that. Every task should be completed within the time limit, right? So the given list, the following activities The following list of activities are as follows: project planning and tracking, project resource management, scope management, estimation management, project risk management, scheduling management, project communication management, and configuration management. All these are the different list of activities that are involved in software project management. Okay, then we'll discuss all these things one by one. Right, the first one is project planning. It is the project planning means it is a set of multiple processes, or we can say that if it is task that performed before the construction of the product starts. Project planning means we have to prepare for a plan. Based upon that plan only, we have to go for constructing the project, right? So you can say that the project planning is a set of multiple processes, right? We can perform different types of processes, right? Before the actual implementation of the product starts, we have to prepare the project plan. Then only this project plan we can go for implementing the actual task. That is called as project planning. And coming to the second one, that is scope management. It describes the scope of the project. Here the scope is nothing but how the project is uh, going to do, what would do and what would not do, right? That is called a scope of the project. The scope management is an important because it clearly defines what to do and what not to do, right? How can we implement the project, which approach we have to choose to develop the particular project, and which approach we should not do for doing the project, right? We have to analyze what are the things that have to do and that have not to do. The scope management create the project to contain restricted and quantitative tasks. Here the scope management creates the project to contain the restricted and quantitative task. Restricted task, that means we can do this particular task based upon these conditions, right? We have to satisfy those conditions while doing that particular task. Based upon the restrictions and the quantitative tasks, we can implement the project, which may merely be documented and successfully avoid price and time overrun. And next one is estimation management, right? Estimation management. This is not only about the cost estimation, because whenever we start to develop a software, but we also figure out their size, that is lines of code, how many number of lines of codes that are implemented in the project, and efforts and time as well as cost, right? We are going to estimate all these things. Suppose if we talk about the size of the project, the size is nothing but the number of lines of code depends upon the user or the software requirement, right? Based upon the requirements or the user, we can implement the software in terms of lines of code. If we talk about effort, that is effort means the work put by the team members, right? We should know about the size of the software. We have to suppose if you want to estimate the effort of the project, first we have to know about the size of the software, because based upon the size we can quickly estimate how big team that is required to produce the particular software. That means how many number of lines of code that are required to complete this particular project. That means we can know about the size of the project. Then only we are estimated how many team members that are required to complete this particular project. We can estimate the team members. If we know about the time, when size and efforts are estimated, the time required to develop the software can easily determine. If we know about the size and the efforts, automatically based on these two terms, the time required can be estimated very easily, right? And if we talk about the cost, it includes all the following elements like size of the software, quality, hardware, communication, training, additional software and tools, and skilled manpower. Right. If you want to estimate the cost of the project, these are the elements that are required. Right. This is about the estimate management. And next one is project resource management. In software development, all the elements are referred to as the resources for the project. Whatever the element that is required to develop the project, we can call it as the resource, right? It can be, the resources can be either a human resource or the productive tools and the libraries. Whatever it is, we can call it as a resource. The resource management includes create a project team. We have to create a project team in order to develop the project and assign the responsibilities to each and every team member. After creating the project team, we have to assign the responsibilities and tasks to every team member. Developing a resource plan is derived from the project plan. So we have to develop a resource plan. That means what are the various resources that are required to develop this particular project. That's why we have to develop a plan that is called as a resource plan, where the resource plan contains the needs, the requirements that are actually required to complete this particular project. That is called as a resource plan. We have to develop a resource plan. That resource plan is derived from the project plan itself, right? And adjustment of resources. These are about the project resource management, right? Next, project risk management. Risks are nothing but the errors, right, or the mistakes. That is, those are called risk. Project risk management. Suppose if the risk are arised, how can we manage those risks? That is called as project risk management. The risk management consists of all the activities like identification, analyzing, and preparing the plan for predictable and unpredictable risk in the project. Right. See, there are several points which shows the risk in the project. The experienced team leaves the project and the new team joins into the project. That there are the following are the several points which shows there is a chance of rising the risk in the project due to these points. The first point is experienced team leaves the project and new team joins. The experienced team may leaves the project automatically. In their place, the new team will join. Automatically, the new team don't know about the actual requirements of the project, so that there may be a chance of raising the risk of the errors. Changes in the requirements. Suppose if we do any changes in the past requirements, due to that problem also there may be chance of raising the risk. And change in technologies and the environment, right? Based upon the requirements of the customer, we can choose the technology. Suppose the new team will change the technologies and the environment. Due to those points also, there may be a chance of raising the errors and the market competition. All these are the different points based upon the new risk may be raised. So this is about the risk project risk management. And next one is project communication management. Communication is an essential factor in the success of the project, right? Communication plays a major factor, a crucial role for the success of the project, because this communication is acting like a bridge between the client organization and the team members, right, as well as the stakeholders of the project, right? From the planning to closure, that means the starting point of the project to the ending point of the project, the communication plays a vital role, because uh, the communication establishes link between the client organization and the team members. These three members will communicate with each other. Then only they should know, the team members will know the actual requirements of the customer. After getting the clear requirements from the customer, they are able to develop the project in the system in an effective way. The communication must be clear and understand. Whatever the communication that is done among these people, it should be very clear and understand. The miscommunication can create a big blunder in the project. Suppose the communication is not clear due to the miscommunication problems, it will create a big blunder mistakes in the project. Right, that is about the project communication management.